Hey, welcome back to another episode with your girl Natasha on the Open Minded Mike podcast, right? So this week's topic, because I told y'all I'm going to bring controversial topics or topics that people, was just throwing tomatoes at in the media, So this particular one I want to talk about makeup celebrity artist Olivia Song. For those that do not know, Olivia Song is a makeup artist that was based in Atlanta. She got her big break because she started off as Ari Fletcher, which is an Instagram model, aka the real Kyle's sister, and she's also a Chicagoan, you know what I'm saying? But she's an IG model, and she started off as her makeup artist some years ago, right? And for a kind of a while, she was kind of like a little secret. A lot of people didn't know who was doing Ari makeup, right? And once it started to get known who it was, Olivia kind of started to take off. So she's done, like Tiny from Escape, who's also married to T.I., his wife. She's also done other celebrities, but right now her main work is Lil' Kim. That's who right now she currently working with. And she got other clients too, but Lil' Kim, when we're talking about just recognizable names, Lil' Kim is one that's gonna, everybody gonna know, right? So last week, she was, because she now lives in LA. She moved to LA probably about maybe a month or two ago. But what happened? And the reason why I want to talk about this, because again, we have to be open-minded as a community. She was excited watching the football game, and she decided to, in her stories, you could say, do real life time footage of what was going on. What was captured on that real life footage was her 5-year-old son in a pull-up. And what happened, the people talked about it. They drug it. And she, of course, responded. Her response was of a mother. Her response was of a mother defending a 5-year-old male who cannot defend himself because he's only 5. You have this not dealing with a teenager who can easily come on and pretty much you can have that talk with, like, people gonna be people, fuck them. No. We talking about an innocent 5-year-old kid who don't even have a voice yet. So, yes, what she said, it was like, damn. But at the end of the day, let's just be honest. We are mothers, too. And we 9 out of 10 would have reacted the same way. And the people she called broke, at the end of the day, if it bothered you, then your ass broke, But it didn't bother me. I just felt like she could have went in a different angle. So I'm going to tell you, with my open-minded, how I think it should have went. So, for those that don't know, like I say, he was caught with the pamper. Well, the pull-up, I'm sorry. No disrespect. The pull-up, because it's a big fucking difference. And she pretty much came on, like, to the shade room. She put the pull-up on. She took one of the sons' pull-up, and she actually put it on her big ass. And when I say big ass, I'm not talking about her weight. I'm just talking about as an adult form. You know what I'm saying? She, as an adult, put a kid pull-up on. And she's like, y'all talking all this shit, but I got my pull-up on, too. We wear pull-ups because we shitting on y'all. That don't make sense because basically you're not shitting on nobody. You shitting in the pull-up. That's what the pull-up is for, to prevent people from getting shitting on. That's how angry she was that she didn't even understand what the fuck she was saying, right? So she also came back a second time. Not to apologize, but in such a way just express the internet bullying. So I want to go a little deeper with it. First off, her son is 5 years old, right? She started doing makeup, doing school and everything probably about many years ago, but we can also agree that within the last 5 years is when she started to move heavy. One thing about it is we've never seen the father, never heard anything about the father. So that will let us say she's a single mom, which is hard. Also to a male, which everybody know, it is harder to potty train a male versus a female. Those are facts, right? We also should be open-minded and now kind of look at it as in, why is he in reality really in a pull-up during the day? She said, well, because when he's with the nanny, when I'm traveling, it's to basically not have the nanny get up to, wake him up out his sleep. Everybody know that didn't make sense. I think she worked her ass off for all those years. Her son was kind of here and there. And because there was no stability, he wasn't fully trained and allowed to really be potty trained properly like a little boy should be. So he's still making mess. Well, pissing on himself, I guess we're going to say, which is normal. But to have on a pull-up, now there's, also like, okay, is there a medical condition? Because I'm not going to say that it's not normal because I don't have a son. I have a daughter. So it was different. I do have males that, was still pissing in the bed, were peeing in the bed. Today was probably about like 8 or 9. Some even went to 11. It just really depends. But when we talk about 5 years old and in a pull-up, that does raise some concern. And I truly wish if she would have just, it's not, and I'm not saying that she owed him an explanation, but to some degree, once you allow a portion of your personal life on the internet, and when you ready to come back and respond in a negative way and call people broke and say we shitting on them, instead of doing it that way, you gave an explanation. Why not give the real explanation? You understand what I'm saying? I feel the real explanation would have just been me. I think she should have just came out and told her truth. Like, listen, y'all, you motherfuckers may not get it, but I'm over here trying to build wealth for my son. I'm over here trying to make it where my son fucking never have to go through maybe a struggle that she may possibly went through. I don't know. Again, this is just me assuming because of the way everything is going. I do believe that if, after she relaxed and everything, if she would have came and just said, talked about that, but then said, it's hard trying to potty train him because he's traveling with me. We this and we that in such a way with her doing makeup. That's not one of them jobs that when you start, you could stop and say, let me go potty train my son. I think she was working so fucking hard, I'm going to say it again, that it was hard for her to potty train him. I don't know the situation. I don't know what it's like, with her family or anything, because she did say she has a nanny. So my thing is, where's the grandparents? Okay, the dad is not involved, but maybe not even none of his family. Like, I just feel she need a support system. I also feel that she's not the only motherfucking woman with a 5-year-old in a pull-up. And I truly believe that other women who are going through that, it would have been nice for them to have someone that can be honest and open and insightful on that situation, instead of people coming and talking about it, and it made her ball up to say, fuck y'all, I'm gonna fucking attack y'all like y'all attacked me. But the reality is, it should have been a better communication from her. And yes, I do feel that she should have gave a better explanation, because again, if you're gonna come and attack, it don't even make sense to attack, because at the end of the day, your attacks, because of your anger and your frustration, they unfortunately didn't make sense. So what you should have did is just went with the angle of just telling the fucking truth. But it's also probably the fear of like, okay, if I come and tell y'all, basically, I've been working my motherfucking ass off, and it's been hard to try to fucking potty train him because I'm taking him everywhere I go. I'm a fucking single mom, and I'm doing all this shit on my own with no fucking help. What y'all, then y'all gonna judge me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at one point when we stop judging people, at one point do we actually stop bullying people? And it is bullying. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? This innocent 5-year-old little boy will have to grow up with this shit over him, and he shouldn't have to. His mom did what any mom would do. She reacted. She reacted in a emotional way. But there still needs to be a conversation after this, because there is, even if she don't want to have it with, the community, the social media community, it's now time for some change. She needs to, respectfully sit back, and now you hit a certain level of success. Now it's time to say, okay, I now need to prioritize my time better with my son, because if I hypothetically in such a way wasn't really there to fully potty train him, what's going to be the difference when he starts school? Because if he's 5, he's 9 out of 10 should be in kindergarten right now. And this is not to say that he's an illiterate or a dumb little boy. He could be smart as fuck. But at the end of the day, when you a parent and you a single parent and you working your ass off, this is just my nose ring, y'all. And it is hard for you with help. And when that money is coming in, and we talking about good money, we ain't talking about, no 1,000 and 2,000. I truly believe that she's bringing in probably a good shit 10 to 20,000 a month. Like, I think she's doing very well for herself. Once you start to get exposed to that, and this is for anybody, especially if this is something that you have dreamt of, especially if this is your passion, this is your love, and this is because it's working for you. You now hitting successful levels. You hitting those successful milestones that a lot of people want to reach. It's hard to pull it back. It's hard to try to say, okay, I need to stop. But for the kids, we do have to slow down. We do have to put their needs first. And, my thing with you guys, I just wish if y'all was a little more, and I'm talking about the audience, if they was just a little more gentle with the whole situation, maybe they could have got a better understanding and a response from her that could have helped the next person. Because believe me when I tell you, she's not the only woman with a 5-year-old in a pull-up. It could be a medical condition, or it could be that she just didn't have the time. It's one or the other. But there is something more to it, whereas a 5-year-old is walking around in a pull-up. I could see the pull-up at night, but he wasn't in the bed. This was right after a football game. Let's just call a spade what it is. This is, this is during the day. He shouldn't be still in a pull-up. But again, that's her personal business. And believe me when I tell you, that was an accident that the audience saw that. The community saw that. Believe me when I tell you, she was not fucking, and it's sad that as a parent, you so hyped, you so energetic, you full of life, you full of joy over, if I'm not mistaken, it was her football team that won. So she was, just filled with a lot of good energy and good vibes and shit. And accidentally, she going, what we call real time live. And it's captured that the little boy, got his pull up on, and, they ready to attack her. And it crushed her. But at the same token, though, it's crushing other moms who going through this and don't know what to do. Some of them may have, built a community or whatnot, but a lot of them, they have not. So me personally, Olivia, I saw the story, but I did not comment on it. And I'm sorry that they attacked your 5-year-old innocent son like that, because he didn't deserve it. I understand why you attacked the way you did. You had every right to attack the way you did. I'm not saying that it was right, and I'm not saying that it was wrong, but I'm putting myself in your shoes as a mom, especially with a fucking 5-year-old. It's different because that child is innocent. That child don't have a voice. I do hope that he don't become 7 still in the pull-up. I do hope that whatever it is, you are taking care of the necessary needs, and I'm sure you are. I hope that this is a learning lesson for other people in the community, because if y'all not moms, you motherfuckers better start praying, because y'all basically attacked a kid, and you motherfuckers don't even have a kid yet. And for you that do have a kid, your kid ain't grown. Let me tell you a story real fast, because we hitting that 15-minute bracket time frame. I knew a girl who Her and her family talk about every motherfucker body like pure D dogs. This is just what they did. But her cousin was born normal. Everything was perfect with the cousin. When the cousin was about 28 or in her early 30s, she woke up and couldn't move. And y'all, this is an honest to God true story. And when I say she couldn't move, they rushed her to the hospital. And what happened is she basically, she could no longer use her fingers. They kind of went crippled. Her feet, she could not move her. She became handicapped, literally. She couldn't do nothing for herself. The most she was probably able to do, and that was to hold a mug. And the mug had to have the holder that she could put through her hands because they stuck like this. Now, I'm not saying that's karma, but all I'm saying is it was something that God decided to do. That was God doing. And for all y'all that talked about this innocent woman kid being in a pull-up and not knowing the science into why, baby, God come at an unexpected time. So if I was you, I would definitely repent. And most importantly, it's never too late to send an apology. A verbal apology. And then when I say verbal, because we nowadays all on the internet, in the DM. You know, I would, or make a post and just tag it. But everybody really needs to apologize because y'all ain't been through that yet. You don't know what's really behind that story. You know, you put a kid personal business about pissing in the bed and wearing a pull-up at 5 years old. That's very traumatic. Imagine when he gets older and this story just so happen comes out. Because why? We don't know what he's going to be when he grows up. You know, we all know that when people hit a certain statue, some way, somehow, everything pops up on the internet. Shit resurface, you know? And this is the last thing that needs to resurface. So, again, I just wanted to come with a open mindset on that situation. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope whoever watching this and or listening to this and you were someone that was attacking that, I hope you one repent and most importantly apologize, because believe me, apology, it goes a long way. So again, y'all catch me next week, but we out. Again, make sure you subscribe and make sure you always following us because we're going to drop this every Tuesday. Okay? Good night.